So we got some local pie, and they're one of the award-winning pie shop. So we want to try out some amazing pie recipe. We want to test it first. So it's nice hole there. You can see that is mainly for the extra juice to come out, so it doesn't get soggy inside. Let's try the pie now. So maybe we can add our own touch, more flavoring to it. This is pure classic steak pie. Maybe they'll be using ale, steak and ale. Ale is a beer. So let's develop this recipe. So for making the beef pie, we need a nice beef. This is a shoulder cut, diced in oil. Sear it first. So once it's nicely browned, you can see the color. Now I'm adding in chopped garlic, then chopped green chili, because I'm making a nice chili beef stew. So now add in chopped onions, then chopped celery after 2 minutes of cooking the garlic. Now mix it in, cook it for another 2 minutes. So at this stage, add in flour. If you want it gluten-free, you can add in corn flour. Just mix it in. Why we adding this? The sauce will be a really nice, glossy, thickened one, and all the fat and basically the sauce gets an emulsion, and it's absorbed all the flavors together. Saute it for 2 minutes. So now drop in gravy granules. You can buy from the market, any brand, but check it, good flavor. Now I'm adding in chicken stock cube, mix it in hot water, dilute it, allow it to cook for 2 minutes. So now to finish off, add in chili flakes. Adjust as per your spice level, then add in more water. Now we're going to cook it in pressure cooker on a high one for 2 minutes till the pressure is on tight, and then reduce it on a slow flame. Cook it for 30 minutes on a slow, very slow one. So now just put it on the high pressure here, and then allow it to cook for a minute, and then you reduce the fire to very low and leave it there for at least 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, it depends. And once the pressure is gone low, from here you can see that goes down, and then open it up. So it's after 30 minutes. We can just finish it off. The beef is soft now. Just break in some coriander leaf and then chuck it in. Salt to taste. First check it. Then if you need more kick, add more chili flakes. Mix it in. So now, if you see the stew is this is stewy texture, but we need to thicken it slightly more so it can just stay inside the pie. So I'm just going to reduce it further, cook it slightly more, so the beef gets a bit more softer and the stew a bit thicker. First we line the pie dish with butter. So once it's lined nicely, dust it with flour. So this will help the pie not to stick, and when we want to remove it, it will come easily. At the same time, you can keep your oven preheated at 180 degree. So this is done. So to making the pie pastry, soft butter cut into cubes already, around 100 grams, and flour, plain flour. I'm putting 200 grams. You can go up to 250. Sugar, half a teaspoon, and salt, again half a teaspoon. Sugar will give a nice color for the pastry as well, and a good taste. Now you just crumb it. So once it's crumbed, the butter nicely incorporated. It's like a crumb. Now it's like you make it for a crumble. So now add in water. First add 50 grams, then we will see if we need more. I added a bit more water, so it's around 75 grams of water. You can adjust it because when there's a warm climate, you might need less water, but the dough should be like this. Butter nicely incorporated but not too elastic. You just fold it like this, cling film, and we can leave in the fridge. We can roll it after. So now the dough is rested. Open it. The best way to roll is between two pastry sheets or butter paper. what I'm going to do is divide into two. Now take a parchment paper or butter paper, just dust flour, light flour, and then press it. Some more flour. Put one sheet on the top, press it a bit, and now roll it to slightly thick but not too thin also. So once it's rolled, remove it from the paper, apply a bit of flour. Now you can even handle with your hands. Just roll it again. So you need to cut it as per the size of the pastry tin. This is already dusted before. So just put it like this, and it has to come out. We can maybe roll it a bit more, because that whatever the pastry is outside that tin gives enough area to cover the walls, the side walls, so that's good enough. So now just, the best way to take it out is using a rolling pin. Slowly this hold it, and then go like this. Yeah. So now just slowly fold it in. I mean, you have to just loosen it up, so it just go down and sit itself nicely, even, and then use your finger just to press it on the edges, the corners, like this. So the tin is ready. Just leave it like this, and now we need to roll the one to cover on the top as well. So this is done. Leave it on the side. So now for the top to cover, now I made a thin pastry sheet again with the leftover. Just use a nice lid that fits on top of the pie dish, and now we can just cut it off the sides. Now let's fill the pie dish with the pie mix we already cooked, and it was kept in the fridge, so it's thick. It's always best to cool it down, because if it's hot, you can't handle it. The butter in the pastry start melting, all goes messy. So this is the best way to do it. Fill, just tap it like this, so it goes everywhere, the sauce, almost even. So now we need to cover the top. Okay, so just leave it like this. Yeah, cover nicely. So now I'm just using an egg wash to join the gap over the edge. It is just egg yolk and a touch of water to make it a bit light. Why egg yolk? Because that gives a nice color. The whole egg gives slightly white impression, so we don't need that nice golden brown color from the egg yolk. So now what you're going to do is just lift it up in the hand, towards the edge of the pie tin. Just run your knife like this. So now just close the edge, so like this, just like a lock. If you know some designing, you can do that, it's fine. I'm just pressing it with your nails, just locking it, similar. So once the pie start cooking, start to give the steam out and the sauce from the pie mixture out. So we need to make sure that escape nicely. So I'm just going to make a hole here, like this. The egg wash everywhere. That's egg yolk mix, egg yolk and water everywhere. So now just place that a pastry dough. I just roll it like this, make like a cap, but with a hole inside. So even any liquid rise up, it just stays inside of this. So nicely seared. That's it. And some of the leftover pastry strips we can arrange like this, so it gives a nice texture and a nice look as well. So like this, you can use different designs. I'm just keeping it simple. So now just apply egg wash on the top as well, so it gives a nice color for that strips what we place now. For a color contrast, I'm putting some sesame seeds. Now the pie is ready, we can bake it. The best way is to leave in the fridge at least for half an hour before we put it in the fridge, so because the dough will be rested and then easy to bake. The oven is preheated to 190 and then leave it there. We'll do it for at least 10 minutes to see the color, then again another 10 more or 7 more minutes. So after 10 minutes, let's check it. It's only halfway through. Now what we can do, just turn the side, just rotate it and leave it for another 10 minutes. So after 20 minutes, I need a bit more color, so leave it for another 4 minutes. So nice color will come on the pie, then it's ready. It's rising up, you can see. So the pie is ready, just straight from the oven. Just apply butter, melted butter for the garnish, for the glaze, and it gives amazing taste too. So it has a nice shine to it. Okay, that's ready. So when you want to take it out from the pie tin, just let it cool down towards room temperature or slightly warm, and then you can demold it. You can just lift it up and take it out. Now it will come out easily. So here you can see it will start coming out. So once it's slightly cooled down, you can demold it, so you get the pie out of the tin properly, nice one. So now to cut it off slowly with the knife, crusty pastry just falling off. The meat is tender, juicy sauce inside.